What's going on, Master Duel fans? James Polk here, and of course, we're out here ruining more lives with muskets today. And based on his hand, it can be something. Anywho, let's get into some of the super quick games that we could. Normal bell star and a hard pass. Endless Engine, our gyro system. Send a Therion card from deck to graveyard, so foolishes, including spells and traps. And then if this card is in your graveyard, target one Therion card in your graveyard. If both are still in your graveyard, add either that card or this card to your hand. And if you do, place the other on the bottom of your deck. You can only use one effect per turn and only once that turn. So Therion's one of the newest archetypes existed. If I recall correctly, it was either Battle of Chaos, Dimension Force, or even something else. One of the two sets are from OCG, TCG land. The way how Therions work is that they are all about equipping themselves by using Therions or their other subtypes, as in one's a warrior, one's an aqua, one's a psychic, one's a plant, one is a machine, one is a reptile, and then this one is one of the most heaviest defenders. Anywho, when it comes to the Therions, since the spell card is being played, going over the other spells first. Therion Charge. Send one Therion card that is in charge or one Endless Engine or gyro system from your hand or face-up spell trap zone to the graveyard. Draw two. Seems pretty good. And then their other spell, Therion Disc Coliseum. When this card is activated, add one Therion monster from deck to hand, so tanky of Therions. Once per turn, if your monster would be killed by a battle, send one Therion card, spell trap included, or Endless Engine or gyro system from deck to graveyard instead. Absolutely wild for having such of a saving grace effect like that. And then once per turn, when a monster gets killed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target one Therion monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Activate one Disc Coliseum per turn. As for the traps, Therion Cross. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a Therion, activate one of those. Negate it or banish it. If you have Endless Engine or gyro system in your graveyard, at activation, you can activate both at the resolution, which is negate then banish, which is ridiculousness. And then Therion Stand Up. Target one Therion in your graveyard, special it, then you can equip one Therion monster from your hand or graveyard to it. So Monster Reborn Therion from your graveyard, or special one from hand. And then Monster Reborn Therion from your graveyard, then equip one from hand or graveyard to it. Pretty good. And then during the main phase, banish this. Target two Therion monsters, one on your field, one in your graveyard. Equip that monster from your graveyard to the other monster you control. One effect per turn and only once that turn. So one effect or the other, can't do both. Now, as for the Therions, starting with the Bull Ain. Level 7 Fire Warrior Infernoble Synergy with 2100 attack, 1600 defense. Target one Therion monster or one warrior in your graveyard, special this from your hand, and if you do, equip that monster to this card. Okay, so basically the first effects It is based off from the types. So, Reaper Foom does Aquas, Duke Yul does Psychics, Lily Borea does Plants, King Regulus does Machines, and then Empress Alasia does Reptiles. For the Bull Aim, target one Therion card you control, and one card your opponent controls, kill them. So, Bull Aim is the Scrap Dragon of Therions. A Therion monster equipped with this gains extra 700 attack. Also, it can activate the second effect listed above as if it were Therion Bull Aim. Okay, so the side effect about the Therion equipped to it can use the second effect as if it was their specific name. So pretty much all of them share the same thing about the 700 boost, and then it gets to activate the second effects, which is ridiculousness. So Bull Aim is your Scrap Dragon. Reaper Foom. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, target one Therion card in your spell trap zone, and one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So during your opponent's turn, it is a compulse. Duke Yul. While you control an equipped card, it doesn't matter what equipped card, Therion monsters you control cannot be killed by your opponent's card effects. Lily Borea. Send one card from hand or field to the graveyard, add one Therion spell trap from deck to hand. So Rhoda for Therion spell traps. King Regulus. We all know what's up with King Regulus, which is the Omni Negate by sending a Therion monster from hand or face up field to the graveyard, which is wild. And then Alasia, discard one card, target one Therion monster card in your spell trap zone, special it. Pretty good extender. And as for their boss of Therion, Irregular, target up to 3 Therions in your graveyard, special this card from your hand, and if you do, equip them to this card. Discard one card, or discard one Endless Engine Argyro system. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. Wild. While this monster, or while this card is equipped to a monster, special this card. Okay, so free extender. Then equip the monster this card was equipped to use this card, or to this card. Each effect of Therion Irregular once per turn. And that is the whole entire Therion shtick. And by the way, when my opponent used Endless Engine Argyro system, if I recall correctly, this is the wrong move because it is in the same column where Bellstar is, and at the same time, opponent is playing 55 card deck, so I'm convincing that Grass Looks Greener is in a build somewhere. And Ash keeping the Endless Engine in check. Bellstar, met up with Infinite Impermanence. And Dancing Needle, get rid of the Endless Engine, just in case. Normal Tingo Fish for ZS Arm Sage, Utopia Double, Arm Sage, and then Utopia Double. Grabs Double or Nothing. Ultimate Leo, Utopia Ray. There's the Lightning Blade. Utopia Ray's effect. Grabs Pegasus Twin Saber. Lightning Blade. A whopping 7,200 attack Utopia Ray. Normal Billy the Kid. Cross Dom on Utopia Ray. Billy the Kid. Ditch Steady Hands. Negate off from Twin Saber. Billy the Kid into Max. Max effect. Getting Desperado. Desperado to Ray, but Lightning Blade with the save. Max over Utopia Ray. And that is Scoop for the Utopia player. Not playing that grass looks greener. I mean, fair. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, I'd say it's okay. Normal Caspar and a hard pass, and opponent is on Fat 60, so that one is that grass looks greener. Setting to 2. Normal Billy the Kid. Activates True Light, setting Bingo Machine Go. Billy the Kid into Max. Max to special out more muskets. Big Boy Samuel the Black Huntsman. Bell Star. Calamity Jane. Are you actually kidding me? Wall of Disruption of all traps. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, all attack position monsters your opponent controls loses 800 for each monster they control. Oh, that is such a douche move. Last stand where Caspar is. Caspar search for Desperado. Max 1000. Bell for 13. Caspar for 12. Calamity Jane for 15. Samuel for 25, and yet it was not lethal. But Blue Eyes player scooped. Question is, that grass looks greener? Opponent is also not on that grass looks greener. Once again, absolutely fair. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, I'd say Calamity Turbo at its finest. Opponent drops Max C. It does nothing turn 1 because Max has no value. Why? There's that grass looks greener. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Of course, I'm playing a 40 card deck, so math time for you guys. $19 cards milled. Alright, you guys, this is going to be a long read, so here we go. So that grass looks greener. It's the last card ever to be seen. So here we go. And don't count the Maxi, by the way, because Maxi was dropped turn 1. Predaplant, Thunder Dragon, mixed in with some branded. Okay, so branded Predaplant with Thunder Dragons. Here we go with the biggest mills. Predaprime Fusion. Put up a Fusion Summon if a Predaplant monsters is anywhere on the field. And then perform a Fusion Summon by using either field as material, including 2 or more darks you control. Call by Branded Banishment. Target 1 Despia or 1 level 8 or higher fusion. Monster in graveyard, special it, and then apply this. Perform a fusion summon of level 8 or higher fusion from your extra by banishing fusion materials listed on it from either field. Wild. Spriggan's Kit. Level 4 Dark Beast, strangely enough. 17 attack, 1000 defense. If you have a fusion monster that mentions Albaz as material on your field or in your graveyard, free special from hand. And then if this card is normal special, add to your hand one of your branded spell traps that is banished or in your deck or graveyard, then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. Stay Sailor Romarin. As a quick effect, target 1 face-up monster you control, send 1 other plant monster you control to the graveyard, and if you do, the next time the targeted monster will be killed by battle or effect this turn, it is not. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, send 1 level 5 or lower plant from deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Wild. Thunder Dragon Roar. Dragon Roar. Level 6 Dark Thunder. 24 attack, no defense. Discard this. Add 1 Thunder Dragon card, spell traps included, that is banished or in your graveyard that isn't Dragon Roar. And then, if this card is banished or sent from field to graveyard, special 1 Thunder Dragon monster from your deck in defense, but kick it back to the hand during the end phase. 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. 1 effect or the other, can't do both. Scorpio, we all know what's up with Scorpio. No more special, send a monster from hand to the graveyard, special a Predaplant that isn't Scorpio, straight from the deck. Thunder Dragon Fusion, we all know what's up with Thunder Dragon Fusion. Perform a fusion summon of any Thunder Fusion monster by shuffling the materials back, and then during your main phase, except the turn it was sent there to the grave, banish this, add a Thunder monster from deck to hand. Predaplant Biblisp. If this card is sent to the graveyard, doesn't matter how, add a Predaplant monster from deck to hand that isn't Biblisp. And then if a monster with a Predator counter is on the field, free special from your graveyard, but banish it whenever it leaves. Pretty good. Super Poly. Another Biblisp. Gold Sarcophagus. Banish 1 from deck, face up, during your second standby. After the activation, add it back. Predaplant Chlamydo Sundew. Obviously, put up a fusion summon of a dark fusion by using monsters with predator counter on either field, most cases your opponent's field, as well as hand or field, including this card as material. And then monsters with a predator counter you use as materials are treated as darks. Allure of Darkness. Draw 2, banish 1, no darks in hand, send your entire hand to the grave. Branded Fusion, we all know what's up with Branded Fusion. Another Scorpio. Keeper of Dragon Magic. If this card is normal or special, discard 1, add 1 Poly or Fusion normal spell from deck to hand, pretty good. Reveal 1 Fusion monster in your extra deck. Special summon 1 of the Fusion materials mentioned on it from your graveyard in face down defense. Each effect of Keeper once per turn. Can't do no special summon unless it's fusions. the turn you activate either of Keeper's effects. Another Biblisp, and then Foolish Burial. Stay Sailor Romarinus 1, Biblisp S2. Gets Darlingtonia Cobra. Toss out Ambula Melodis off from Romarin. Thunder Dragon Dark. Quick effect, discard the Dragon Dark, add a Dragon Dark. And then if this card is banished or sent from field to the graveyard, add one Thunder Dragon card from deck to hand that isn't Dragon Dark. One effect per turn and only once that turn. One effect or the other, can't do both. As for Dragon Matrix, as a quick effect, discard this card, target one Thunder you control, extra 500 attack. If this card is banished or sent from field to graveyard, add one Dragon Matrix from deck to hand. Okay, so most cases about the Thunder Dragon supporters, they are super hard once per turns. One effect or the other, can't do both, not counting the OG Thunder Dragon. And then I have to Desperado the Matrix because Thunder Dragon Colossus is a card, can't let that card hit the field. Dragon Matrix, getting another Matrix. Branded Opening, ditching Cobra, getting Aluber. Aluber, search, cross Dom in response. Instant Fuse. Millenniumize. Restrict. Relinquished and one effect monster to make it. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect as a quick effect, target one effect monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Equip that target to this card you control. And then obviously, like every other relinquish or restrict, extra bonus boost. And then monsters with that equipped monster's original name cannot attack. Also, their effects on the field and their activated effects are negated. Wild. Millenniumize normally dies, but Branded Opening has a saving grace, keeping Millenniumize alive. In this case, normal another Calamity Jane. Second copy over Restrict. And then Branded Predator Plant Thunder Dragon Player scooped. And this next matchup, based on his hand, if we resolve the card, winning. Normal Doc, Ties of the Brethren for Tespar and Billy the Kid. Okay, so after all this time about resolving Ties of the Brethren, you got the nerve to evenly match me? Note to self. In this situation, because I have Desperado in my hand, if I do play it while evenly matches on board, I literally lose every single card on the field. So I said to myself, you know what, let's not play Desperado and be real smart about this. And of course, keeping Caspar. Normal summon Absolute King Back Jack for Almirage. Back Jack, rearrange, and 3 set. Switch Caspar to attack. Caspar on Almirage. Anti-spell fragrance as 1. Backjack as 2. Oh? During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a normal trap, set it to your field, otherwise send it to the graveyard. Oh yeah, Ash legit checks out the backjack, so don't even trip. Oh, and Caspar search for Last Stand because of back row. End phase Desperado on anti-spell. Caspar get the search. And opponent scoop. What is my opponent really on? Labyrinths. That makes sense. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, I'd say it's fine. Also, another fat 60. Question is my opponent playing that grass? Normal Caspar and a set 1. Nope. Turns out it is Dragon Link. So when it comes to Dragon Link, I think we are actually going to stop at least a total of 3 specific cards, at least to the minimum, I should say, including the call by off from Caspar search. So the idea against Dragon Link specifically is 1 off from Striker or Romulus, another is off from Boot Sector, and just in case Striker is about to get his secondary effect off, we're actually gonna call by just so Caspar can get his search in. Either way, if we know how to play the resource management right, we should be doing okay. There's the Destrudo. Welcome back, by the way. Whoa, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, I forgot all about Destrudo's level modulation for Striker Dragon. That's right. Striker Dragon for Boot Sector. You know what? I decided to let Striker go for the sake of Boot Sector because we got the negate ready. Romulus, Cross Dom on Romulus. Boot Sector. Last Stand. The Spell Trap negate. And there you go. Dragon Link players scooped. Okay, so basically 2 negates in terms of how to stop against combo heavy. So guys, that's gonna do it to annoy opponents with muskets. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated, and I'll catch you guys next time.